Okay, this is another lesson. I don't know if I really did this before. I probably did, but in case I did, this is a further exercise slash riff you could do with it. It's three fingers, right? So this is a video on getting your three fingers to work. Now every time I do three fingers, like three finger techniques, I always go ring, index, middle, or ring, middle, index, sorry. And the way you start doing this is easy. You take your three fingers and you go like, and it takes that slow, because this finger, it's so weak. Like if you could take your hand and move your fingers, you'll notice that your ring finger doesn't go up as much. So you do that, and then like that's like as hard as I can getting it up, and then pinky. But so this is like your weakest finger. So it takes a lot of practice getting it to work. As for being consistent, that just takes a lot of practice as well. Or playing. And let me tell you this, practicing and playing go hand in hand. It's like the same thing. Whenever you play, you technically practice. Whenever you practice, you're technically playing. So, okay. Anyway, so as for speed, that just comes later. And you might notice whenever I play fast, I always have a pinky out here. And you might know like why. Because whenever you lift your ring finger, your pinky helps it get up just a little bit more. So you have to use part of this muscle to help with this. And since I'm not playing with four fingers and just three, you see that this is moving, with my ring finger, And one of my favorite things to play when I'm working on either speed or just endurance, it's this exercise. It's 3, 2, 1, 2, 1. So it's kind of like this metal, riff, but so 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. And yeah, anytime you want to do three finger technique stuff, you always want to try to confuse your fingers by doing like the weirdest things you can do. Like I know there's a big three finger exercise that's fairly popular where you just use your index and rings, which is very hard to do, but because this, once again, this is a very weak finger. And you also want to try to practice, like get scales working or whatever riff. Let's say you're doing just a riff. It's as easy as you can do. 4, 2, 1, and then you just do the three finger thing. And you have to find a comfortable way to get the three fingers working, because it's not just 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. You'll find that your fingers don't move like that. It's like more like 3, 2, 1, like 3, 2, 1, 3. You'll find that your second finger works differently. whatever your fingers find a way to do it. It's going to be different for everybody. But once again, 3, 2, 1, and that's all it takes. And the speed comes later, you know. And obviously that's the main goal, you know, to get really fast. And if you want to practice speed, it's not, you know, moving all across the strings, you know, like that. It's actually just on one string. So let's do on the first string. Yeah. And of course you want consistency. And consistency is a very big problem using these 3 fingers, because I don't know if you've noticed, but these 3 fingers are all different lengths. So this one's going to sound louder, and this one's not going to sound as loud, and this one might be halfway in between, and you know, so you won't get like a pick sound. You're going to get more of like a, oh, there's a hit there, you know. So you just play this over and over and over again for as long as possible, you know. Maybe practice, you know, whatever stretching things you want to do. It doesn't have to make any sense, but, you know, because it's stretching, it's not really scales or anything. If you want to, you can do. You always just want this like consistent. And there is a difference between going and, which is another whole different thing. So when I have to do triplets, you know, which is a good reason for doing that, because that's triplets. It's not, you know, consistent like 16th or 32nd notes or anything. It's, you catch that in a lot of like metal, you know, stuff, and maybe even some rock stuff, you know. Whatever gets your fingers in just like a different feel than just, you know, it's gotta be. And you'll find a lot of drummers, you know, they use that triplet thing, like the you know. Whatever the riff is. So once again, there's a difference between and then when you're doing 3-fingered things, because I know it's one of those semi-advanced techniques, you know, just go slow. It may take, you know, 3 hours of you doing that to get your fingers used to that movement. And, you know, I know a few people that do the other way, you know, but for me, it's always comfortable to go backwards, if that makes, or forwards, as opposed to backwards, because that's going a different way. Anyway, so it might be easier for you to just go 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, as opposed to 3, 2, 1. So there's a little snippet for you, and if it helped, great. If it didn't, I'm sorry. Alright, bye.